This image shows the central concourse of Hamad International Airport. When faced with a layover under 4 hours, this massive transit hub becomes a waiting game. The immediate temptation is to escape the terminal and speed towards the city's premier cultural anchor rather than sitting at your gate. The math, however, is unforgiving. Once you factor in passport control, a 15-minute taxi ride each way, and strict security protocols, a 4-hour layover translates to exactly 60 minutes of actual time inside the Museum of Islamic Art. Wandering the galleries without a strict itinerary guarantees two outcomes. You will miss your connecting flight, and you will fail to extract the actual value of the collection. The only viable solution is precise execution. You must commit to a highly disciplined 60-minute masterpiece sprint, targeting only the upper floors. Implementing this strategy requires a deliberate trade-off. You have to completely bypass the ground floor introductory galleries and skip the foundational context they provide. This maps the prerequisites for this route. If your layover is under 4 hours, verify the building's operational status, then initiate the sprint. Bypassing the introduction reclaims 20 crucial minutes. You are shifting the burden of historical understanding entirely onto the artifacts. Remember, time is your absolute limit here. Sacrificing a broad overview to strictly view 5 world-class masterpieces yields the highest cultural return on your investment. This photograph shows the museum's geometric limestone exterior, designed by I.M. Pei. I.M. Pei was a Pritzker Prize-winning architect, famous for his strict modernist structures. Arriving at these doors presents an immediate reality check regarding Qatar's national modesty codes. If you fail to pre-plan a wardrobe that fully covers your shoulders, midriff, and knees, security will deny your entry at the door, ending your timeline immediately. This image captures the interior atrium. Moving past security forces a visual compression and release effect, opening suddenly into a soaring 5-story space, anchored by a curved double staircase and a geometric oculus overhead. Once inside, the rules of engagement are absolute. Photography is restricted strictly to ambient light, with a zero-tolerance policy for tripods, monopods, selfie sticks, or flash equipment. The imposing physical structure and rigid cultural laws demand total compliance before you can view a single piece of art. This floor plan tracks your exact route. Move rapidly from the central atrium directly into Gallery 1 to maximize your effort-to-impact ratio. Your first target is the Cavour Vase. This is a mid-14th century blown cobalt blue glass vessel from the Mamluk Sultanate. The Mamluks were a knightly military caste that ruled Egypt and Syria during the Middle Ages. The vase is recognized for its complex polychrome vitreous enamels. You must maintain strict discipline here. Resist the urge to linger on adjacent, lesser glassworks to keep your schedule intact. Next, push immediately into Gallery 3, where the scorecard calculates a massive spike in cultural significance. Locate the Sitara of the Kaaba. This is a monumental 1846 black silk curtain embroidered heavily with gilded metal threads, originally designed to hang over the doors of the Kaaba. The Kaaba is the sacred stone building at the center of Islam's most important mosque in Mecca. Due to the strict indoor photography bans and the extremely low preservation lighting required for textiles, standard phone cameras will fail to capture it. You have to absorb the details purely visually. Experiencing this level of historical weight requires accepting strict operational limitations. There is exactly 0 time allocated for casual documentation. Grouping Galleries 5 and 6 together creates your next major efficiency block, dropping the transit time required between artifacts. Here you will find the golden astrolabe. This 10th century cast brass instrument functioned as a navigator, clock, and astrological tool, and carries the added historical weight of being famously smuggled to safety during the 1990 Gulf War. Immediately adjacent is the Abbasid blue-on-white bowl. The Abbasid Caliphate was a major Islamic empire spanning the Middle East. This 9th century ceramic breakthrough from Iraq utilized cobalt oxide over white glaze to explicitly mimic imported Chinese porcelain. Knocking out 2 historical milestones this quickly requires aggressive wayfinding. You have to locate the artifacts and completely ignore the detailed gallery placards. Clustering these geographical and chronological masterpieces back-to-back maximizes your historical intake per minute. Make the final push to Gallery 16, located at the furthest physical extremity of the upper floors. This gallery holds the Varanasi-style necklace. It is a piece of high-impact visual luxury driven by complex 18th-century firing techniques from the Mughal Empire. The Mughal Empire ruled most of India and Pakistan during this era. The necklace features 17 large diamonds from Golconda, a region historically renowned for producing the world's finest gems. Finishing your tour at the museum's deepest physical point forces a strict reality check. You now have exactly a 15-minute countdown to navigate back through the atrium, exit the building, and secure your taxi to the airport. This stunning aerial footage clearly shows the relaxing, slow-paced waterfront experience that a strict 60-minute transit sprint completely abandons. This image shows a traditional wooden dhow securely moored in the calm harbor. By rushing back to your gate, you sacrifice the pedestrian route along the Doha Corniche and these maritime views of the Dhow harbor. This photograph captures the active pedestrian alleys of Souk Waqif. You are also entirely bypassing the labyrinthine evening markets of the city. You also miss the museum's Michelin-starred dining at Idam, the premium restaurant created by Alain Ducasse located on the 5th floor. Achieving the full architectural, culinary, and skyline immersion requires a minimum of 4 to 6 hours. That is a luxury the transit sprinter cannot afford. This matrix highlights the final, non-negotiable step before attempting this visit: navigating fluid geopolitical and seasonal realities. As of early March 2026, regional instability triggered defensive protocols, leading to temporary museum closures and airspace suspensions at Hamad International Airport. Additionally, the holy month of Ramadan forces drastic operational shifts. During this period, daytime visits are impossible due to extended closures during peak afternoon heat. A successful cultural strike is impossible without verifying the building's real-time operational status before you even board your flight to Qatar.